In the dawn of humanity, when the earth was still young and heaven seemed closer, two brothers were born from the first human beings, Adam and Eve. The firstborn was called Cain, a strong, determined man dedicated to working the land. The second was Abel, shepherd of sheep, a man of pure heart and noble soul. With the passage of time, the day came when both wanted to present offerings to the Creator. Cain brought the fruits of his harvest, the best that the earth had given him. Abel, on the other hand, sacrificed a lamb, the purest and most spotless of his flock. The smoke of Abel's sacrifice rose to heaven and was gladly accepted by God. But Cain's sacrifice was not received in the same way. At that moment, Cain's heart was filled with anger. Envy began to grow inside like a fire that does not go out. While Abel went on with his life in peace, taking care of his sheep and praising God, Cain felt that his brother was his rival. Day after day his mind was filled with questions. Why Abel? And not me? Is my work not enough? Isn't my effort worth anything? Resentment turned into hatred. One day Cain invited Abel to go out to the field. The sun was slowly falling and the silence was deep, as if the earth itself knew what was about to happen. There, in the midst of loneliness, Cain let himself be dominated by his fury. He rose up against his own brother and killed him. The first murder in history had occurred. The earth drank Abel's blood, and the whole world seemed to be silent. Then the voice of God resounded with power. "Cain, where is your brother?" But Cain, instead of confessing his guilt, replied coldly, "Am I my brother's guardian?" The earth itself cried out. Abel's blood asked for justice. And God pronounced sentence. "The voice of your brother's blood cries out to me from the earth. From now on you will be cursed and wandering. The land that received your brother's blood will no longer give you its strength." Cain feared for his life and said, "My punishment is too big to bear. Anyone who finds me will kill me." But God, in his mercy, put a sign on his forehead so that no one would touch him. Cain became a wanderer, a marked man wandering the world with the weight of his guilt on his shoulders. Every step he took reminded him of what he had done. Every corner of the earth seemed to whisper Abel's name. At every dawn he saw his brother's face. In every silence I listened to his voice. The story of Cain and Abel was not forgotten. It became an echo that has traveled through the centuries, reminding us of something profound. That hatred and envy can destroy the most valuable, but that even in the midst of the darkest sin, God's mercy can open a path for redemption. Abel represents purity, faith, obedience. Cain represents the danger of letting anger rule the heart. The lesson of this story is clear. The decisions we make from the heart have the power to change the course of our lives. Today, this story continues to be a mirror for each of us. How many times have we allowed resentment and jealousy to take us away from those we love? How many times have we harmed others, not with our hands, but with harsh words, indifference, or contempt? The story of Cain and Abel invites us to choose another path. It reminds us that anger can control us if we allow it, but also that forgiveness and reconciliation are possible. Hatred can destroy the most valuable, but forgiveness can heal the impossible. May the memory of Abel inspire us to take care of our heart, to reject envy and seek peace. May the story of Cain remind us of what happens when we let darkness rule, so that we always choose the light, love, and the way of God.